Women of Reddit, what are some unexpected skills that make men attractive for you? Does the ability to be self-aware count? It's attractive when a guy owns his flaws, rather than denying them, or being hypocritical in an attempt to hide them. My husband is constantly trying to grow as a human, and be more understanding and compassionate and do better, and it's absolutely his sexiest quality. He's gregarious and a natural mediator, and just takes the world straight on with an open heart. And I look at him every single night so crazy grateful that he's my husband. We've been married 10 years and 2 weeks. Time flies, man. This is such a nice thing to read. Grocery shopping. Not just the literal going to the store and putting things in the cart, but coming up with a meal plan for the week of a variety of well-balanced meals and getting it all. The mental load is real. Being able to take care of someone who's under the weather. It's a role that falls to women in most families, so a lot of guys don't get the chance to learn. I never realized how much I'd appreciate a man who could hold my hair out of my face while I puked, then kiss me when I felt better until it happened. I got really sick before the second date with my college boyfriend. We were supposed to go to a movie, but I was a phlegmy, coughing, feverish mess. I called him, sounding like death. And during a brief conversation he managed to casually find out that I like grilled cheese and tomato soup when I'm sick. 30 minutes later, he shows up at my dorm with a homemade grilled cheese and a bowl of tomato soup. I married that boy. 11 years and a fair number of grilled cheese later. I have zero regrets. This isn't really a skill, but I love it when men are able to genuinely and unashamedly express when they think something is cute. I feel like it's really common to see women squealing and getting really excited over, say, a puppy or a kitten or an adorable cartoon character, but men are kind of expected to not be affected by cuteness or not show it. Same. I view it as a sign of masculinity when they are not afraid of being viewed as unmanly. Please say juggling, please say juggling, please say juggling. Someone who can care for themselves. Take a shower. Clean up your own mess. Caring for one another in a relationship is important, but some guys mistake this for I need to find myself another mom. I know it says unexpected skills in the title, but there are so many guys who don't seem to realize this. I just wanted to get it out there. Edit. Typo. I'm currently living with a male roommate. Proactive cleanliness has now moved up much higher on the qualification list. My male roommate barely cleans anything that isn't his own dishes. I'm so glad we don't share a bathroom. His is probably a hellhole. Baking, cooking, sewing, even just mending a button or hemming in clothing, and general housekeeping. Essentially having basic life skills that prove you are an adult able to fend for themselves and aren't looking for a second mother in a partner. Also being able to intentionally move your tricep, whatever muscle is connected to your upper arm near shoulder outwards facing side. That's impressive AF. Standing up to others, particularly mates, who are being a-holes, having a strong moral compass, empathy and selflessness is seriously sexy. This is what I fall in love with. Maths. Anything scientific. General broad knowledge and stone cold logic on top of it. I also like it when a guy can dance, but this is a whole different area. I seldom find these traits go hand in hand. I know. That's why I'm holding so tightly to my current partner. Playing an instrument. Plus but honestly, if they are passionate about something, whether it's art, or coding or reading books, it's all a major booster. It shows that they can be dedicated to something and that's really attractive. Wanna see my Smash Brothers Pro combos? Ability to play piano. Women of Reddit. How can I become attractive to you? Not tying your shoelaces and being polite yet firm when people suggest you tie them. Being able to walk around all day with shoes untied and not tripping over your laces shows that you are willing to take risks and adds an air of mystery/eccentricity to you. To not trip requires a level of skill and constant awareness that not everyone has. Plus it shows you don't really care society expects you to do. WHT. Good lord, bar is on the ducking ground. It couldn't be any lower. Oh my god. Edit. And yet so few can actually seem to meet it, I guess. I love it when men can whistle nicely. It seems so sweet and happy to me. Like he is able to appreciate the small joys in life. Braiding hair. My ex could do it, and it was so cool. Especially since he could French braid, and it's so exhausting to do those yourself sometimes. Emotional intelligence. Financial sense. And sensible. Frugality. A guy who knows how to budget properly, make savings projects, and reduce spending, while still living his best life is usually also 1. Intelligent. 2. Good at planning ahead, and thinking of the future. And 3. Has a whole slew of related skill sets like basic home repair, cooking, cleaning, yard work, shopping, etc. All things I expect us to share responsibility of. I'm never going to be the sole house manager ever again. And I would never ask someone else to take on that role alone. Granted, I'm a long haul kind of person. The criteria for spotting an attractive person across the room for the first time is more what you might expect. Physical attractiveness and their personality in conversation. Active listening skills. Hearing me and understanding me is not the same thing as responding in a way that makes me feel heard and understood. Edit. So I'm not gonna go through and answer every single reactionary response here trying to distinguish the difference between active listening that makes the person feel heard and passive listening. That's what Google is for. Once again. Or thread basically describing my late husband. God, am I miss that man. Flexibility. There are many flexible women, but for men it's pretty rare and harder to achieve. So that makes it really cool and attractive emo. When they hand me the tools I ask for, and don't include any advice. This should be higher up. Being clean. When you go to a guy's apartment and don't feel completely disgusted, but actually pleasantly surprised by how clean it is. Hot. Cooking and the related grocery shopping, especially in the produce aisle. I went through all of college through my late 20s without ever meeting a guy who was a good cook and liked to cook. If I did, I would jumped him and nabbed him right away. Finally got married to one who doesn't do any of these things, but is great in many other respects. Looks, smarts, success. But still I sometimes regret it. It's not just the whole helps split up the cooking thing, but I'm always dreamed of having a man who cooks with me. The whole egg in the mountain of flour, and kneading the dough, and cutting the pasta together thing. It takes enjoying good food and wine together to a whole nother level. It's not the same when I make it myself, or when we go out. People say I'm a good cook, but I hate cooking with other people. Every time I've done it, it changes your role from chef to project manager, and I really hate balancing what I have to do with figuring out what someone else should do. I'll still cook for people anytime, but let me pace it myself. I feel the same. I want to enjoy cooking with my BF, but I'm just multitasking and explaining every single thing that it's just frustrating. Storytelling. A man who can convincingly pretend to be a character he came up with on his own in like roleplay, or can build a world and play multiple NPCs as a tabletop game master. It demonstrates creativity, thinking outside the box, keeping track of multiple things not related to oneself, and seeing situation from multiple points of view. I'm not tough. I am Melon Lord. Being able to give a good massage, cooking and cleaning up the mess afterwards, and cleaning an entire bathroom from the tub to the sink, planning anything, being romantic spontaneously. Better yet, showing off these skills without being asked to do so. Massage yes. I will marry a man who can give a good massage. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.